Welcome back to Top Liberty Coins, the home for rare treasures and hidden gems of the coin world. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most mysterious and valuable modern coins, the 1982 Lincoln penny, also known among collectors as the Top Liberty coin. What makes this little copper piece so special? How can a 1-cent coin be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars? And how can you find one in your pocket change today? Stay tuned till the very end, because this coin story has 15 fascinating parts, and every part reveals a secret about value, rarity, and history that could turn an ordinary penny into a fortune. The birth of the 1982 Lincoln penny. The year 1982 was a turning point in U.S. coinage history. Before 1982, Lincoln pennies were made of 95% copper, and only 5% zinc, but rising copper prices forced the U.S. Mint to change the metal composition. So in 1982, the Mint produced two types of pennies: the old copper pennies 3.11 grams, the new zinc-coated copper pennies 2.5 grams. This change created confusion, excitement, and eventually, rare combinations that collectors are still chasing today. Why the composition change happened? By 1981, the cost of the copper in each penny was almost equal to its face value. The U.S. Mint had no choice. They had to switch to cheaper metal. So, in 1982, for the first time ever, the penny was made primarily of zinc, 97.5%, with only a thin copper plating. But since the change happened mid-year, both types were minted at the same time, leading to mix-ups and rare varieties that still exist in circulation. The 1982 varieties, a collector's dream. In total, there are 7 known varieties of the 1982 penny: 1982 large date copper, 1982 small date copper, 1982 large date zinc, 1982 small date zinc, 1982 D large date copper, 1982 D large date zinc, 1982 D small date zinc. But one coin, one impossible error, stands above them all. The legendary 1982 D small date copper penny. This is where the legend begins. The 1982 D small date copper penny wasn't supposed to exist. All 1982 Denver Mint small date pennies should have been made from zinc, yet somehow, a few were struck on old copper planchets, a minting mistake that created one of the rarest modern coins in U.S. history. Only a handful of examples have ever been found. One was sold for nearly $18,000, and experts believe there may be a few more still hiding out there. How to identify the 1982 D small date? Look at the 2 in 1982. If it has a delicate curve and the top of the 8 is level with the 2, it's a small date. Then weigh the coin. If it weighs around 3.1 grams, it's copper. If it weighs about 2.5 grams, it's zinc. If you ever find a 1982 D small date that weighs 3.1 grams, congratulations. You might be holding a $15,000 to $20,000 coin. Liberty and the art of design. The word liberty on the Lincoln penny symbolizes American freedom and values. On some 1982 pennies, letters may appear weakly struck or slightly doubled, creating valuable error coins. Collectors call these Top Liberty coins, especially when the lettering looks strong, bold, and well-centered. The legacy of the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909, when it replaced the Indian head cent. It was designed by Victor David Brenner, featuring Abraham Lincoln, the first U.S. president to appear on a circulating coin. The 1982 edition continues this proud legacy, a symbol of endurance and change. The mint marks and their meanings. 1982 pennies were struck at 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, San Francisco, mostly proof coins. Each mint mark tells a part of the story, where your coin came from, and possibly how rare it is. Coin errors and rare variants. The 1982 pennies are famous for die cracks, double strikes, off-center errors, and plating bubbles. Some of these can sell for $100 to $500 depending on condition and visibility. Every detail counts. A small mint error could mean a big payday. The market value today. So, what's the current market value of the 1982 Lincoln penny? Regular 1982 pennies are still worth 1 cent, but rare 1982 D small date copper equals $10,000 to $20,000. Perfect condition proof coins equals $30 to $100. Minor errors and double dies equals $20 to $300. Even ordinary copper versions can be sold in bulk for metal value, about 3 cents each. The most recent auction recorded a 1982 D small date copper penny selling for $18,861. Collector demand and global craze. Coin collectors, YouTubers, and treasure hunters around the world are still searching for these rare 1982 coins. The 1982 Lincoln penny has become a global phenomenon, with thousands of videos, discussions, and sales happening daily. Everyone dreams of finding that one coin that changes everything. How to check your own coins? Take a simple digital scale and start weighing your pennies. Check each 1982 coin you have: large date, small date, copper, zinc. You never know, your next coin might be the top Liberty coin worth thousands. How to sell or get it appraised? If you think you found a rare penny, never clean it. Take clear photos of both sides. Visit a certified grading service like PCGS or NGC. Or contact a trusted coin dealer. A genuine certified 1982 small date copper can sell from $10,000 to $25,000 depending on condition. Final words: the treasure in your pocket. The story of the 1982 Lincoln penny is a reminder that great value can come from the smallest things. A simple cent, forgotten in a drawer or jar, can hold a secret worth thousands of dollars. So keep searching, keep learning, and keep collecting, because the next top Liberty coin might be waiting for you. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Coins, where we reveal the hidden wealth in your pocket. Change every week. Until next time, stay curious, stay lucky, and happy coin hunting. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating stories in American numismatics, the 1983 Lincoln cent. This little 1-cent coin might look ordinary, but behind its copper glow lies a history full of mystery, minting changes, and unbelievable value in today's collector market. Some 1983 pennies are worth thousands of dollars, and one rare specimen even sold for over $787,978. So stay tuned till the end, because you might be holding a fortune in your pocket without even realizing it. The beginning of the Lincoln cent. The story of the Lincoln cent begins back in 1909, when the United States Mint introduced the coin to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this coin replaced the Indian head cent and became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait. The famous "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" inscriptions were symbols of America's enduring spirit. Over time, the Lincoln cent became not just a currency but a piece of American history in every hand. The big change in 1982. Before we can understand the 1983 penny, we must look at what happened just 1 year earlier. In 1982, the U.S. Mint made a dramatic change, switching from solid copper coins to copper-plated zinc coins. Why? Because copper prices had skyrocketed, and it became too expensive to mint pennies from pure copper. So, from 1982 onward, the mint used 97.5% zinc with just a thin layer of copper. This change set the stage for one of the most interesting error coins ever, the 1983 Lincoln cent. The 1983 penny MYSTRY. In 1983, something strange happened. While all pennies were supposed to be made from copper-plated zinc, a few coins were accidentally struck using the old copper planchets from 1982. These rare mistakes created the legendary 1983 copper Lincoln cents. Because of their rarity, collectors began calling them top Liberty coins, symbols of transition, error, and value all in one. How to identify a 1983 copper PNNY? To tell if your 1983 penny is copper or zinc, try this simple trick. A copper penny weighs about 3.11 grams, while a zinc one weighs only 2.5 grams. So, if you find a 1983 penny that weighs 3.11 grams, congratulations, you may have one of the rarest coins in modern U.S. history. Always use a precise digital scale to confirm the weight before assuming it's valuable. Many people have found treasure just by checking their old jars of change. The 1983 double die obverse. One of the most famous 1983 Lincoln cent varieties is the double die obverse, a coin where the letters and numbers appear doubled due to a minting error. You can clearly see the doubling on the word "Liberty," "In God We Trust," and the date, 1983. This error coin is highly collectible and can fetch hundreds to thousands of dollars depending on its condition. On coins, we call this variety the Liberty Shadow, because the doubling looks like the letters are casting shadows of value. The mint locations. The 1983 pennies were struck at three main mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S, for proofs. Each location had its own characteristics. The Philadelphia Mint produced the famous 1983 double die, while the Denver Mint coins often show die cracks and plating bubbles. The San Francisco proofs, on the other hand, are shiny masterpieces meant for collectors. Understanding where your coin came from can make all the difference in its market value. Grading and the condition of your coin can turn a few dollars into thousands. Collectors use a system called grading, from poor to mint state. A 1983 double die Lincoln cent in mint state 67 red condition once sold for over $15,000. Always keep your rare coins in protective holders, avoid touching them, and get them certified by trusted grading companies like PCGS or NGC. On coins, we always say, the cleaner your penny, the higher your payday. The $787,978 STRY, one of the greatest discoveries in coin history, happened when a 1983 Lincoln cent, made of copper instead of zinc, was found and authenticated. Because it was a transitional error, a coin struck with the wrong metal, it sold at auction for an unbelievable $787,978. That's right, a 1-cent coin worth nearly $800,000. Imagine finding one like that in your old wallet or piggy bank. It's every collector's dream, and that's why we call it the top Liberty coin. Why these coins are valuable? The 1983 Lincoln cents are valuable because of three things: rarity, error, and history. The copper version is rare, the double die version is an error, and both belong to a fascinating period of transition in U.S. coinage. Collectors love stories, and this coin tells one of change, chance, and surprise. Whenever a coin combines beauty, error, and history, its price skyrockets. Hidden treasures in pockets change every day, millions of pennies pass through our hands unnoticed. Yet among them could be one that changes your life. On coins, we always encourage viewers to check their change, look closely at dates, mint marks, and lettering. The 1983 Lincoln cent proves that even the smallest coin can hold enormous value. Keep your eyes open, your next grocery store penny could be a top Liberty coin. Collectors Market in 2025 inches. Today's collector market, demand for error coins and rare Lincoln cents is higher than ever. Online auctions, coin shows, and digital marketplaces are buzzing with activity. A 1983 DDO penny can sell from $150 to over $2,000 depending on grade, while copper transitional errors can reach astronomical figures. With rising interest in numismatics worldwide, the value of these coins continues to climb every year. How to sell your 1983 PNNY? If you think you have a valuable 1983 Lincoln cent, never rush to sell it at a local pawn shop. First, verify its authenticity. Weigh it, examine it, and get it graded. Then explore platforms like heritage auctions, eBay, or great collections. Present your coin's story clearly. Remember, collectors don't just buy metal, they buy history. On Coins, we'll guide you through every step to get the best price for your treasure. The legacy of the Lincoln cent. For more than a century, the Lincoln cent has been a mirror of American life, through wars, depressions, and celebrations. It has changed designs, metals, and mint marks, but its spirit remains strong. The 1983 penny is a symbol of resilience and transition, a perfect example of how even small things carry great meaning. Every top Liberty coin reminds us that history lives in our pockets. Conclusion and call to action. So, the next time you find a 1983 penny, don't overlook it. Check the weight, look for doubling, and remember what you learned here on Coins. You might just be holding a piece of history worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Subscribe to Coins for more amazing stories about rare coins, hidden treasures, and valuable finds. Hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and let's keep the love for coin collecting alive. Who knows, the next top Liberty coin could be waiting for you right now. Today we are going to explore one of the most exciting coins in the Lincoln Penny series, the 1989 top Liberty coin, a coin that might be sitting right in your drawer, but could actually be worth more than $787,977. Yes, you heard that right. One small cent, just a simple Lincoln penny, can change your fortune overnight. So stay with me till the very end, because we'll reveal why this coin is so valuable, how to identify the rare version, and what makes it a collector's dream. The legacy of the Lincoln PNNY. Before we dive into the 1989 coin, let's travel back in time. The Lincoln cent first appeared in 1909, marking 100 years since Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait, created by designer Victor David Brenner. Since that day, the Lincoln penny has become one of the longest-running coin designs in American history, changing materials, mint marks, and hidden secrets along the way. The 1989 Lincoln penny design details. The 1989 penny may look ordinary, but it hides incredible stories. On the obverse side, we see Abraham Lincoln facing right, with the word Liberty on the left and the date, 1989, on the right. Above him, the powerful phrase, "In God We Trust." On the reverse, we find the Lincoln Memorial, with the words United States of America and E Pluribus Unum above it, and the value 1 cent below. But not every 1989 penny is the same, and that's what makes collectors chase them. Mint locations and RRITY. The 1989 Lincoln pennies were produced at two major U.S. mints, Philadelphia no mint mark, Denver with D mint mark. Millions were made, but some rare errors, misstrikes, and unique metal varieties make a few pieces worth a fortune, while regular 1989 cents are common. Certain mint errors or pristine uncirculated coins can command astonishing prices. The famous Top Liberty coin. Collectors use the term Top Liberty coin to describe coins where the word Liberty is sharply struck, perfectly aligned, and shows no weakness in design. On some 1989 pennies, you'll find a raised or doubled Liberty, a misaligned die, or even a weak strike, all of which can dramatically affect value. If your coin has an unusual Liberty look, you may have something truly special in your hands. The composition change and zinc STR. Why did you know the Lincoln penny changed its composition in 1982, switching from 95% copper to 97.5% zinc with a thin copper plating? The 1989 penny is mostly zinc, which means it's lighter and more prone to damage, making high-grade examples even rarer. A perfect 1989 zinc penny without spots, toning, or damage is like a mirror, and collectors pay huge premiums for them. The error coins that made HSTRY. Now, here's where things get fascinating. Some 1989 pennies left the mint with major striking errors, such as double die obverse, where Liberty or In God We Trust appears doubled, center strike. The design is not centered correctly. Brockage error. One side shows a mirror image of the other, clipped planchet. Part of the coin is missing due to cutting mistakes. Each of these errors can multiply your coin's value from a few cents to thousands of dollars. The most expensive 1989 penny ever. SOLD collectors still talk about one high-grade 1989 Lincoln penny that sold for a stunning $787,977. It was a perfectly preserved example with a unique die variation, graded by a top coin authority. The shine, the detail, and the rarity of that piece made it one of the most valuable Lincoln pennies ever discovered. That's why coin lovers always say, never ignore your pocket change. Grading and value scale. Let's talk about how value is determined. Coin condition is rated using a grading scale: poor, barely visible design; fine, light wear, clear features; extremely fine, light marks, great detailment; state, no wear, perfect strike. A 1989 penny in MS 70 red condition can bring hundreds, and if it has a unique error, it could reach 5 or 6 figures. Where to find THM? You don't need to be rich to find rare coins. Check your old jars, piggy banks, or inherited coin boxes. Look at every penny carefully under good light or a magnifying glass. Pay attention to the Liberty letters, mint mark, and Lincoln's face. Your next lucky find could be worth a car, a house, or even more. How to sell rare coins? Once you think you found something rare, don't rush to sell. First, have your coin checked by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC, then you can sell through auction houses, eBay, or coin dealers who specialize in rare US coins. Always compare offers. Some buyers pay top dollar for certified, eye-appealing pieces. History behind the value. Why do collectors love the 1989 penny so much? Because it marks the end of the 1980s minting era, where many transition Errors occurred that it's also one of the last years before the US Mint changed several die engraving processes, making 1989 a key year for unique varieties. So, every rare 1989 penny tells a story from the final years of classic minting methods. Identifying fake coins. Where there's value, there are fakes. Be careful of re-stamped coins or polished replicas sold online. Real top Liberty coins show original mint luster, sharp lettering, and correct metal tone. If the coin feels too light or too shiny, have it tested by an expert before making any deal. Future investment. Potential coin collecting isn't just a hobby, it's an investment. As time passes, fewer uncirculated 1989 Lincoln pennies remain in existence. The demand is growing among collectors and investors who know that rare error coins increase in value every decade. So, holding on to your rare finds could be like holding a tiny time capsule of American history, one that gains worth with every passing year. Conclusion and channel MESSAGEN. That brings us to the end of this exciting episode on the 1989 Lincoln Top Liberty coin, a simple 1-cent piece that could be worth up to $7.87, $9.77. Remember, always check your pocket change, always look at every detail, and never underestimate the power of a penny. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe to Coins, and ring the notification bell so you never miss our next video about rare coins, old currency, and secret treasures hiding around us. Your next great discovery might be just one coin away. Today we're diving deep into one of the most surprising and valuable coins in modern American history, the 1996 Lincoln penny, also known as a top Liberty coin. This small copper-colored cent, something you might still find in your change jar, could be worth up to $787,976 today. Yes, you heard that right, nearly $800,000 for 1 cent. So stay tuned, watch till the end, and let's uncover the full story, history, and hidden secrets behind this amazing penny. The legend of the Lincoln PNNY. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909, celebrating the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It became the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure instead of a symbolic image. The penny design carries deep American pride, showing Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and the word liberty, representing the freedom and courage of the nation. Over time, the penny has become more than just currency, it's a piece of history that connects generations. The year 1996. A modern classic. The 1996 Lincoln penny might not sound ancient, but certain versions of this coin have made history. While billions of pennies were minted that year, only a few rare errors and special variations have skyrocketed in value. Collectors call these versions top Liberty coins, because the word liberty or other small design elements on these coins reveal unique errors that make them one of a kind. What makes the 1996 penny special? So, what makes a regular 1996 penny worth nearly $7.87, $9.76? It's all about minting errors, double dies, missing letters, and die cracks. Some 1996 pennies were struck twice, leaving a double image on Liberty or on the date 1996. Others have a wide AM reverse, or an unusual shine and metal mix caused by a minting issue. These small differences can turn a common penny into a treasure. The story behind the value. Collectors and investors around the world hunt for these error coins because they're incredibly rare. When one of these pennies is discovered in mint condition, coin grading experts evaluate its surface, strike, and luster. The best ones, graded as MS 67 or higher, have sold for $700,000 to $787,976 in private auctions and online marketplaces. A single cent that could buy you a luxury car or even a house. How to identify a top Liberty coin. If you have a 1996 penny, take a close look under good light or with a magnifying glass. Check these things. The word Liberty, does it appear doubled or misaligned? The date 1996, any doubling, shadow, or split number. The mint mark, a small d or p under the date. Is it faint or missing? The surface, shiny, uncirculated, or showing strange textures. If you see any of these features, you might be holding a top Liberty 1996 penny worth a fortune. History of the DSIG. And the design of the Lincoln penny hasn't changed much since 1909, but in 1959, the reverse side changed from wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial. This design stayed until 2008. That means your 1996 penny belongs to the Lincoln Memorial series, one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. The word liberty on the front and the memorial building on the back both represent freedom and memory, perfect symbols for American heritage. Material and composition. Before 1982, pennies were made mostly of copper. After that, they were made from 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. The 1996 penny follows this modern composition. However, rare transitional errors can exist. Pennies accidentally struck on older copper planchets, which makes them even more valuable. Market value. Today in today's coin market, prices for a regular 1996 penny are just 1 cent, but rare ones with special features can fetch hundreds of thousands. In auctions, a few have been recorded selling between $150,000 to $787,976 depending on their condition and grade. Even minor errors can bring $100 to $5,000, so never ignore your pennies. Grading and authentication. To know the real value of your coin, you must have it graded by a professional company like PCGS or NGC. These experts will check the coin's authenticity, mint errors, and overall condition. A high-grade coin means a higher price, sometimes even life-changing money. Where to sell your coins. If you find something rare, you can sell it one bay heritage auctions, great collections, or even through coin shows and private collectors. Make sure you have a certificate of authenticity and clear photos when selling. Collectors tips always keep coins in protective holders, never clean them. Cleaning lowers value. Research every coin before selling. Join online coin forums to connect with experts. Watch videos like this one on coins to stay updated on market trends. Rare variants of the 1996 PNNY. Some known rare varieties include 1996 double die obverse, 1996 wide AM reverse, 1996 off-center strike, 1996 missing mint mark, Philadelphia error. Each of these can be extremely valuable, depending on rarity and condition. The value of HI2RY. The Lincoln penny is more than a small piece of metal, it's a reminder of honesty, hard work, and national pride. When collectors find and preserve coins like the top Liberty 1996 penny, they're keeping history alive, and who knows, your coin might be the next one to make headlines. Conclusion and call to action. And so, coin lovers, that's the full story of the 1996 top Liberty Lincoln penny, a simple 1-cent coin that could be worth $787,976 today. Check your pockets, your old jars, and your coin albums. You never know what treasure you might already have. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to Coins, your #1 source for coin education, rare finds, and hidden value discoveries. Don't forget to turn on the bell icon so you never miss our next episode about another coin that might just make you a millionaire. Thank you for watching. This is Coins, where history meets value. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most mysterious and exciting modern coins, the 2008 Lincoln penny, also known as the top Liberty coin. Believe it or not, some of these simple 1-cent coins are selling for hundreds of thousands of dollars in today's market, with rare specimens reaching prices as high as $787, $975. So stay tuned till the end, because I'll reveal 15 fascinating parts of this coin's story, from its history, design, varieties, market value, grading, and more. The birth of the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909, to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It replaced the Indian head cent and became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. The design was created by Victor David Brenner, and since then, it has been in continuous production for over a century, making it the longest-running coin design in U.S. history. The design and meaning. On the obverse, we see the famous profile of Abraham Lincoln, facing right, with the word Liberty on the left, and the motto, In God We Trust, above. The date 2008 appears on the right side, and if you look closely, you may find a small mint mark below the date, D for Denver or P for Philadelphia. The reverse features the Lincoln Memorial, a design by Frank Gasparo, which appeared on all Lincoln cents from 1959 to 2008, the final year before the 2009 redesign. Why 2008 is a special year? The year 2008 is historically important because it was the final year of the Lincoln Memorial reversed. In 2009, the U.S. Mint released 4 special, Lincoln Bicentennial, designs celebrating Lincoln's life. Therefore, the 2008 penny marks the end of an era, the last memorial reverse coin, making it a key year for collectors. The composition and minting the 2008 Lincoln penny is made from 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. It weighs about 2.5 grams and measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter. Even though billions were made, some unique error coins and rare die varieties have made certain 2008 pennies extremely valuable. The Top Liberty error. One of the most famous varieties is the Top Liberty coin, where the word Liberty shows unusual doubling, missing letters, or an upward, floating effect due to a die misalignment or striking error. These rare errors make the coin unique and highly collectible. If you have one where the L in Liberty is missing or doubled, you could be holding a coin worth thousands. The rare double die varieties. Collectors are especially looking for double die obverse, DDO, coins, where the letters, numbers, or even Lincoln's profile appear doubled. Some 2008 pennies have been discovered with clear doubling on Liberty and In God We Trust, making them extremely rare. Such coins have sold for $500 to over $1,000, depending on condition and grading. The 2008 satin finish set. In 2008, the U.S. Mint released special satin finish Lincoln cents only available in mint sets. These coins have a beautiful matte-like texture and sharper details. High-grade examples, graded MS-69 or MS-70, can sell for $100 to $300 today, sometimes more if the coin has unique characteristics. The ultra-rare 2008 transitional error. There's an extremely rare transitional error coin from 2008, struck on a foreign planchet or using the wrong metal composition. These coins were struck on leftover copper planchets from earlier years by mistake. Such coins are ultra-rare and can fetch tens of thousands of dollars at auction. The 2008 Proof Lincoln penny. The proof version was minted in San Francisco, with the mint mark S. Proof coins have a mirror-like surface and are struck multiple times for extra sharpness. A perfect PR70 deep cameo, DCAM, 2008, S-Proof Lincoln cent can sell for $150 to $500, depending on collector demand. Coin grading and certification. If you believe you have a valuable 2008 penny, get it professionally graded by services like PCGS, NGC, or ANAX. Grading determines your coin's condition on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a flawless coin. High grade, rare variety 2008 pennies have sold for astonishing prices, even above $10,000. And one legendary sale reached $787,975 for a unique error specimen. The market value today. The regular 2008 penny is worth 1 cent, but collectors pay more for pristine or rare coins. Here's a general value guide. Circulated coins, 1 cent to $0.05 uncirculated, $1 to $5 error coins or double dies, $100 to $1,000 plus extremely rare transitional or Liberty error coins, $10,000 to $787,975 depending on rarity and grade. How to find valuable 2008 penny. Search your pocket change, coin rolls, and old jars. Use a magnifying glass or digital microscope to inspect Liberty, the date, and Lincoln's eye and nose area. Look for doubling, missing letters, unusual colors, or off-center strikes. These are key signs of a valuable coin. You could have a fortune sitting in your home without even realizing it. Collecting tips and long-term investment. The 2008 Lincoln penny is becoming more collectible each year. As time passes, high-grade examples will become harder to find. Investing in certified and graded coins, and storing them in airtight holders, will preserve their condition and increase future value. Collectors love coins that mark the end of an era, and the 2008 penny fits that perfectly. Final thoughts and channel message. The Top Liberty 2008 Lincoln penny isn't just a piece of change, it's a piece of American history, a bridge between two design generations, and a symbol of enduring value. Some of these coins have turned ordinary collectors into millionaires overnight. So, never underestimate a simple penny. It might be your golden treasure in disguise. If you enjoyed this deep dive into rare coins, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another video from Coins, your home for rare finds, coin values, and collector's secrets. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a unique Lincoln cent. Your story might be featured in our next video. Thank you for watching, and remember, every coin has a story, and every story has value.